Good morning, YouTube. We're gonna clean the outside of this, and we're also gonna pull the seat out so that I can try to actually have somewhere to sit when I'm trying to get the brakes working. So degreaser, pressure wash, maybe some shine. All right, I got it coated with some mean green. I need to get some more on the top, but yeah, we're gonna pressure wash it, and then we'll hand wash it, and then we'll start digging into the inside. An accidental time warp again, but I wanted to show you guys something. So the original color of this car, you can see it in a couple spots. Well, looks like it was this teal, and then at some point somebody painted it blue, and then they painted the red over top the blue. You can see it over here, and you can see it here. They also painted these door tabs, or whatever you call them, door panels, that hideous blue color as well. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this rig yet, but I might try to sand a spot or get on the Google and see if there's a way to remove this ugly tractor paint, and then maybe just in a couple spots kind of do like a, kind of sand on it, to see what kind of like a patina sort of look would be. But I might also just get the brakes fixed and then either sell this thing or trade it. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I want to get it running and driving before I try to sell it or trade it. But anyway, I'm gonna keep cleaning on it, and I'll pull you back in once I get to the inside. I've got about 3 hours before I pick up the kids, so cool, let's keep going. Well, it's definitely cleaner than it's been in a long time. The top looks like they had also painted it white. So I don't know what's going on with all that. Let's pull this seat out, see what we're working with. Oh, I found this cigar here. Don Seville imported. Somebody was having themselves a little stogie. Yeah, okay, and then also here's the thing. At some point, all of the wiring became a nightmare, and still currently is. So somebody, looks like they started to wire up this kind of catch-all. Looks like this is the lights, turn signals, or maybe this is the emergency flashers. I don't know, but this is very clearly turn signals. So we might be able to use this. Like I said, though, I don't know how much wiring. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing yet, so I don't want to get ahead of myself here. But I am gonna pull this seat out. Homie told me that this was the seat, or it wasn't the seat that went with this car, but it was to like a Fury or a Belvedere or something. And then we got these bonus, I don't know, 90s something or other seats back here too. So anyway, yeah, pull this seat out and see what we're working with here. I'm doing nothing.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, so I mean, the seats are pretty bad, but they're not as bad as I thought they would be. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but this might be a good candidate just temporarily for the old license plate self-tapper. This was the seat. This was the seat mounting bracket, and then this also helped keep your seat in place. The mounts for where the seats go, well, they don't exist. So that's cool. I don't know, I feel like I might have to put some license plate down, or like some self-tap in some sheet metal or something, because I don't really want to do all of this work. So I don't know. I need to think about what I'm actually doing with this car, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, here's what the inside looks like. It looks great. I'm gonna pull out these seats. These are way lighter. I wonder what they're off of. I don't know. Maybe they're off of a Subaru. Okay, cool. Let me see what's in the trunk. Maybe we can put some parts back in this thing. Stick that up there. Gotta get my key to the trunk. I can't see. Okay, so I'm curious about these and this. Maybe we can make this thing look a little bit more complete-ish. And this, and then there's got the door jams. So I think we're gonna do door jam, A pillar, B pillar, thingy mabobber reinstallation. And then I do have all the trim, or supposedly all the trim for the outside. So maybe we can do that too to make this thing look more like a complete rig. All right, so these things go, that's the wrong one. These things go here. So I guess, yeah, this would be A pillar. I don't know what it goes across the top first, so I'm gonna wait on that. And then that thing, the window surround, it goes, it's hard to do this one-handed, but it goes like a this. I'm just guessing what screws go where. That looks kind of right. Sure. I already lost the screw. Cool. I'm also sure that this looks worse than it did. But hey, at least I can tell everybody on Marketplace that this car is fairly complete. Yeah, that's great. All right, let's go around, do the other side. Some of these are flathead. Some of them are very long. Some of them are stripped. And some of them are wrong. Cool. All right. Something like that, maybe, sorta. Maybe it's this one. Well, the holes don't seem to line up no matter what I do. Oh, well, yep. No, maybe. Do the holes line up ever? There we go, holes lined up there. I'm gonna probably vacuum out all this rust. Should I clean these? Probably. Am I going to? No. That doesn't really do anything, but that's okay. That one does. That one's thick. Gonna need a flathead soon. Cool. Hey, we're putting her back together, all right? All right, got that one in. Got this one in. Got this mounted up. Got this mounted up. It's got to screw that window trim on and then screw in that other kick panel foot, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. Whatever you call it, I got to put it in. After I get these in, I don't really have a real shop vac. It broke. So I'm using my in-between shop vac. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm going to sweep this out the best that I can. And then figure out how to at least maybe sort of kind of temporarily mount those seats. And then I'm gonna clean up all the nonsense and pull out all the crap and make this thing look a little bit more presentable. Yes, that is the plan. Gotta figure out what this does now. I'm thinking, does it go here? No. I thought it originally went in the front. So like here, maybe. I don't know where the hell this thing goes. Does it go? Absolutely nothing seems to make any sense. So maybe we'll figure that out. I guess we'll just go ahead and put these in, up in the A-pillars. I feel like we're missing, well, obviously, we're missing some stuff. Cool. I need a long boy. I'll bet if these parts weren't painted red, tractor paint, they'd probably be worth like 30 bucks a piece or something. All right, this goes like this kind of sorta. I don't have enough screws that are long enough to make it go all the way up, but that's okay. All right, now I'm just gonna pull some crap down, pull out the remaining, the little bits of headliner. And then we'll probably self-tap this back. I don't know how well you can see, but this back piece of wood, I think I'm just gonna run a couple, there's a couple holes that already exist. I'm gonna screw this in so it looks a little bit nicer. And then I think I'm gonna put that bench seat in the back and then try to figure out a way to temporarily, permanently mount those Subaru seats. All right, I got some self-tappers. Actually, there's a hole over here. So, I don't know. I might need to go get a bigger screw. Yeah. I'd rather not put any more holes in this than it needs to be had in it. So let me just go find a differenter screw. Alright, I don't have any screws that are going to work. So, self-tapper it is. Just like it came from the factory. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Maybe. Nah. I'll do one down here. And then one over yonder here. Cool. Alright. Now we're gonna clean all of this up and then stick the seats back in. Alright. Get all this custom wiring. Oh, I've never looked in the glove box. Hey. This Sony. Is it a CD player? I don't know. It's a relic of the times no longer here. There's some other treasures in here too, and a rat's or a mouse nest and a fuse. Cool. Yes. Okay. Anyway, tuck this wiring up in here in this radio hole. Oh God, the radio fell out. There's lots of custom wiring in here. stay. Okay, time to sweep. Well, would you look at that? It ain't too shabby. So I think I already said this. Sorry, the lighting's a little weird. So really, you could license plate self-tapper. But really, I mean, you could honestly probably start cutting on this, and I think you would find enough fresh metal. I mean, you wouldn't be able to make Jay Leno's restorations, but you could make this into a driver for sure. I could. I'm not sure if I want to yet. I need to see if I can just fall in love with this old girl, you know? You gotta take them on a few dates before you can decide if you want to put a ring on it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can make something work. Let me grab a seat. Well, no, this seat's way too low. Sort of. I don't know. Yeah, I guess this would work. Maybe just scoot it back a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I should put these Subaru seats in the front and then put the bench seat in the back. As much as I don't want to, I think I'm gonna have to put the bench seat back in the front, because those are just too short, and I could make some kind of stand, but that seems kind of stupid, because whether if I keep this or somebody else gets it, they're not going to use these seats. So let's put the bench seat back in the front. All right, I did the seat reinstall off camera. I feel like this is pretty close. I'm also, like I said, I'm not even sure if this is actually the seat that actually goes in this car. Of course, where the seats mount, there is absolutely no metal at all. I have an old tire holding it up, and then I bent the seat sitter upper honors. But yeah, so I'm kind of racking my brain a little bit as to how to at least kind of make this kind of sort of temporary-ish. I might be able to just shove, I think I might self-tap this to a piece of wood. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go super ghetto and just self-tap this thing to a piece of wood, and then self-tap the wood into the rusty metal. All right, I'm gonna make some little 6-inch things. I'm gonna make it so that the seat can sit in it, so it can be driven, kind of. That's a really straight line, and so is that one. Good enough for me. All right, so here's my theory. If I can I think, so there's these bolts. I think I'm gonna cut the bolts off with an angle grinder because they're already pretty toasted. Well, maybe I can just beat them out with a hammer. Let me try that first. Nope. Alright, angle grinder it is. Maybe. This one's got like a mount on it that I don't think I'm going to be able to cut through. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, angle grinder it is. Got my safety goggles on. Alright, and then the plan is to just mount this piece of wood to this. So that's what we're gonna do. If that ain't a custom seat bracket, I don't know what is.
A great success!
Let's do the other side. Okay, back over here on the other side, I already angle grinded off the screws, and now I'm just gonna mount this one up the same way I mounted up the other one. I got my custom seat brackets made. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is when I tip this back down, breaking these off. So that wasn't really the smartest idea I've ever had, but I mean, I'm also making seat brackets out of particle board, so you know. All right, well, here goes nothing, I guess. Great success. All right, get my hammer out of there. All right, so now I'm gonna sit in the seat and plan where I want the seat to sit. Sit in the seat, set in the brakes. Maybe back just like maybe 2 inches or so. And then we're gonna mount our custom wood brackets into the floor. Get around there and move the other side. Give it a double check. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Perfect. I can push on the throttle kind of. All right. I'm not totally sure if my self-tappers are long enough, but I mean, if nothing else, this ain't really going anywhere. So let me just see kind of how. I guess I could just use drywall screws or something. I will look to make sure I'm not going to drill into any brake lines or anything. Not that the brake lines probably exist anyway, but. All right, let's get these mounted. We're going full hillbilly and using construction screws. There is a brake line there, or maybe it's a fuel line. I'm not sure. I think we're clear of it though. All right. Oh, that's hot. I got one in. That'll work. Good enough for what we're trying to do. All right, so that's gonna be it for today. I've got to clean up this giant mess, but I wanted to see if it started today. I'm wondering if I gotta mess with it too much. I'm not going to, but I'm wondering if I gotta prime the fuel pump or anything. But this is totally cold start. That battery's dead. Let me stick a battery booster on it. We'll see if it starts. Cool. Battery booster's clicking. See if she starts. Let me give it some gas. Let me spray it with some carb cleaner. Hopefully, every time this thing has to start, it doesn't need to prime. The fuel pump doesn't need to be primed, because that would be annoying. We'll get there though. Obviously, that carburetor still needs a rebuild if somebody actually wanted to like really take it places. Sort of. I bet it's not getting enough fuel. Let's try to give the fuel pump a little suck. Oh, nope. We're getting fuel. All right. Well, now we're probably not going to get fuel. Come on, girl. Come on. I'm not gonna mess with this for too long. I'm gonna give it a couple more tries. That sounds terrible. It was running so good yesterday. Well, now I'm kind of committed. Give it some choke, maybe. And some sauce. All right, well, hold on. I'm gonna pour some gas in the carburetor. All right, enough so that it leaks. Let's try it again. Well, I had it running for a second. It sounded terrible though. I checked the oil to make sure the oil didn't leak out or something overnight, and the oil was good. Try it one more time, I guess. My battery booster is about to die, so. Well, all right, well, my battery booster is dead, so we'll see you guys later.